If you're over 40 and your lower back hurts when you bend over, it's not because you're getting old. It's because 3 specific muscles are doing absolutely nothing. I'm going to show you 5 simple movements that fix this in about 10 minutes a day. And the best part, you can do all of them right now without any equipment. Stick with me, because the third movement is the one that finally got rid of that constant ache I felt every morning. Here's what's actually happening. Your hip flexors, the muscles at the front of your hips, they're tight from sitting at desks, driving, and spending hours on the couch. When these muscles pull your pelvis forward, your lower back has to arch more than it should. This creates what's called anterior pelvic tilt, and it puts constant pressure on your lumbar spine. Now, your glutes and core muscles, which are supposed to support your spine, they stop working properly, they basically shut off. It's like your body forgets they're even there. So when you bend down to pick something up or stand from a chair, your spine is moving without the support it needs. That's the pain you're feeling. That's the stiffness that hits you every time you get out of bed or out of your car. The good news, these 5 movements reverse this entire pattern. We're going to decompress what's compressed, stretch what's tight, wake up what's asleep, and teach your back to move the way it used to. Let's start with the most important one. Here's movement 1, the kitchen counter pull. This first movement creates space in your spine, which is step 1 for everything else we're doing today. Stand facing your kitchen counter or a sturdy table. Grab the edge with both hands and walk your feet back until your arms are straight and you're leaning back slightly. Now, keeping your arms straight and your grip firm, sit your hips back like you're trying to sit in a chair that's too far behind you. Let your lower back round slightly and just hang there. You should feel a gentle pull in your lower back and a stretch through your lats. It shouldn't hurt, just a comfortable decompression. Hold this for 30 to 45 seconds. Here's what not to do. Don't bend your arms or let your shoulders shrug up. Keep everything long and relaxed. This should feel like your spine is getting longer, not like you're doing a workout. When to do it? Do this every morning when you wake up and again before bed. Your spine is most compressed first thing in the morning from lying down all night and after sitting all day. So those are your 2 best windows to decompress. Here's your progression. Start with 30-second holds. After 2 weeks, increase to 45 seconds. By week 4, you should notice you can sink your hips back deeper without any discomfort. That's your spine actually creating more space between the vertebrae. Most people feel less stiffness in their lower back within the first week. All right, your spine is decompressed. Now we need to stretch those hip flexors that have been pulling your pelvis out of position. Movement 2 is the couch stretch. This movement is going to feel intense, and that's actually a good sign. It means your hip flexors are tight and need this stretch. Find a couch, a chair, or even just a wall. Get into a lunge position with your back knee on the ground, close to the wall or couch. Now take your back foot and place it up on the couch or wall behind you so your shin is vertical. Your front foot should be flat on the floor with your knee at about 90 degrees. Here's the key part. Slowly bring your torso upright. The more upright you get, the deeper the stretch in the front of your hip. You should feel a strong stretch down the front of your back leg's hip and thigh. Hold this for 60 seconds, then switch sides. Common mistake. People keep their torso leaning forward to avoid the stretch. That defeats the whole purpose. You want to feel this stretch. It's uncomfortable, but it's not damaging anything. Just breathe through it. When to do it. This one fits perfectly right after your kitchen counter pull in the morning. Your spine is already decompressed, so now you're opening up those hip flexors. It takes about 3 minutes total for both sides. Progression. Start with 60 seconds per side. If that's too intense, keep one hand on the floor for support and don't come up as tall. After 2 weeks, try to get completely upright with your hands on your hips. By week 4, you should be able to hold the upright position comfortably for the full 60 seconds. What you'll notice is that standing up straight becomes easier, and that pull you feel in your lower back when you stand, it starts to disappear. You might also notice that your stride gets longer when you walk. That's because your hip flexors aren't restricting your hip extension anymore. This single stretch addresses one of the biggest root causes of lower back pain. And most people feel a difference within days, not weeks. Your spine is decompressed, your hip flexors are stretched. Now let's teach your spine how to move properly again. Movement 3, the rusty hinge fix. This is just the cat-cow stretch, but I call it the rusty hinge fix because that's exactly what it does. It lubricates your spine and reminds it how to move through flexion and extension. Get on your hands and knees on the floor. Your hands should be directly under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Start by arching your back and looking up toward the ceiling. That's cow position. Let your belly drop toward the floor. Hold that for 2 seconds. Then round your spine up toward the ceiling like a scared cat, tucking your chin to your chest. Hold that for 2 seconds. That's 1 rep. Do 10 slow, controlled reps. What you don't want to do, don't rush through this. Each position should be deliberate. You're teaching your spine how to articulate again, not just going through the motions. When to do it? You can do this one right after the couch stretch while you're already on the floor. I also like doing it in the middle of the day if my back feels stiff from sitting. It takes less than 2 minutes and immediately makes your back feel better. Progression. Start with 10 reps, moving slowly and deliberately. After 2 weeks, increase to 15 reps. By week 4, your spine should move much more smoothly through the entire range of motion. What you'll notice is that bending forward and arching backward both feel easier and less restricted. That clicking or crunching sensation in your back, it usually goes away by week 3. We've decompressed your spine, stretched your hip flexors, and restored spinal mobility. Now let's wake up your core the right way. Movement 4 is the safe crunch. Now, I know what you're thinking, crunches hurt my back. That's because most people do them wrong. This version, called the McGill curl-up, is designed specifically to protect your spine while activating your core. Lie on your back with one leg straight and one knee bent, foot flat on the floor. Put your hands under your lower back to maintain its natural curve. Now, keeping your hands there and your lower back in that neutral position, lift just your head and shoulders off the ground. Don't sit up, just lift your upper back a few inches. Hold that position for 10 seconds while breathing normally. Then lower back down. That's 1 rep. Do 5 reps, then switch which leg is bent and do 5 more. Here's the key. Don't flatten your back to the ground and don't lift too high. The whole point is to keep your spine stable while your abs work. Your lower back should stay in that natural curve the entire time. When to do it? This one's perfect after the cat-cow. You've just mobilized your spine. Now you're strengthening the muscles that stabilize it. Or do it before bed. It's gentle enough that it won't wake you up, but effective enough to build real core strength. Progression. Start with 5 reps per side, holding each for 10 seconds. After 2 weeks, increase the hold to 15 seconds. By week 4, work up to 8 reps per side, holding for 15 seconds each. Most people notice that their lower back feels more supported during everyday activities like standing, walking, or lifting things within 3 weeks. That's your core actually doing its job again. Now, before we get to the last movement, I want to tell you about something that can help if you're dealing with chronic back pain, hip pain, or stiffness that just won't go away, no matter what you try. I put together a complete program called Reboot Your Body. It's a simple step-by-step 30-day system that shows you exactly how to move pain-free again. Not just your back, but your entire body. No complicated routines, no expensive equipment. Just movements like these that target the root cause of your pain so you can get down on the floor with your kids or grandkids, go for walks without wincing, and wake up without that stiffness you've been living with. The link is in the description below if you want to check it out. All right, last movement. This one proves that everything we just did is working. Movement 5, the pancake butt cure. If you've been sitting for years, your glutes have probably stopped firing properly. When your glutes don't work, your lower back has to do all the work of holding you upright. That's why it hurts. The glute bridge fixes this. Lie on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor about hip width apart. Your feet should be close enough to your butt that you can almost touch your heels with your fingertips. Now, squeeze your glutes and lift your hips up toward the ceiling until your body forms a straight line from your knees to your shoulders. At the top, squeeze your glutes as hard as you can for 2 seconds. Then lower back down. That's 1 rep. Do 12 to 15 reps. What stops most people? They use their lower back to lift instead of their glutes. If you feel this in your lower back, you're doing it wrong. Think about pushing through your heels and squeezing your butt cheeks together at the top. That's where you should feel it. When to do it? End your routine with this one. It takes about 90 seconds, and it's the perfect way to activate your glutes after everything else we've done. You can also do it before any workout as a warm-up to make sure your glutes are actually working. Progression. Week 1, just focus on feeling your glutes work. Don't worry about how high you go. By week 2, you should be able to get your hips all the way up to that straight line position. By week 4, work up to 20 reps and try holding the top position for 5 seconds instead of 2. Once you can do 20 reps easily with a 5-second hold, your glutes are firing properly again. What you'll notice is that standing from a chair, climbing stairs, and walking all feel easier because your glutes are finally doing their job instead of making your back do all the work. That's it. 5 movements, 10 to 12 minutes a day, and you just went from not understanding why your back hurts to having a complete system to fix it. The kitchen counter pull decompresses your spine. The couch stretch opens your hip flexors. The rusty hinge fix restores spinal mobility. The safe crunch activates your core properly, and the glute bridge wakes up your glutes. Most people feel less pain within the first week. By week 4, you should have noticeably better range of motion and less stiffness. And by week 10, your back should feel like it did 10 years ago. Here's what you need to understand about lower back pain. It's rarely about your back. It's about everything around your back not doing its job. Your hip flexors are too tight, pulling your pelvis forward. Your glutes are too weak, making your back compensate. Your core isn't stabilizing your spine properly. And your spine itself has lost its ability to move smoothly through flexion and extension. These 5 movements address every single one of those problems. The kitchen counter pull creates space in your spine so the discs can rehydrate and your nerves have room to function without being compressed. The couch stretch releases the hip flexors so your pelvis can return to a neutral position, which immediately takes stress off your lower back. The cat-cow teaches your spine to articulate properly again instead of moving as one stiff block. The McGill curl-up builds the deep core stability that protects your spine during every movement you make. And the glute bridge reactivates the strongest muscles in your body so they can finally support your back the way they're supposed to. What makes this routine so effective is the order. Each movement builds on the previous one. You decompress first so you have space to move. You stretch second so your joints can get into the right positions. You mobilize third so your spine remembers how to move. You stabilize fourth so your core can support those movements. And you activate fifth so your glutes can take over the job they've been neglecting. This sequential approach is what separates a random collection of stretches from a system that actually fixes the problem. You're not just treating symptoms, you're rebuilding the foundation of how your lower back functions. Each step prepares your body for the next one, and by the end of the routine, everything is working together the way it should. This isn't just about feeling better today. This is about restoring proper function so your back can handle normal life without breaking down. When these 5 areas are working correctly, decompressed spine, open hip flexors, mobile spine, stable core, active glutes, your back doesn't have to hurt, it has everything it needs to function pain-free. The consistency is what creates lasting change. Doing these 5 movements once won't fix years of sitting in compensation patterns, but doing them daily for 4 weeks will completely reset how your back functions. By week 8, these movement patterns become automatic. Your body remembers how to move properly, and that pain you've been living with, it just isn't there anymore. If this helped you, share it with someone you know who's dealing with back pain. Chances are they've been living with it for years, thinking there's nothing they can do about it. Show them there is. And if you want that complete 30-day program I mentioned, Reboot Your Body, it's linked in the description below. Either way, stay consistent with these 5 movements. Your back will thank you.